Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Alex, the Comic Hoarder. Thank you so much for clicking play on this video today. I've got a haul video. This is such a strange video, but pretty much for the most part, everything's a key or golden age, except for two modern books that I'm reading. So hopefully you guys are excited. Here we go. I want to give a huge shout out to this channel sponsor, which is Shortbox, the app. It's the easiest way to buy and sell graded comic books. Take a moment right now and look in the description below for the link. Click that link and download the app. Also, this month you can win this amazing Spider-Man 252 in a 9.0. Check out Shortbox. Links are in the description below. So currently I'm reading about 5 titles. I'm reading X-Men and I'm on issue 2, so I need to figure out if there's issue 3 or 4 out there. Also, I'm reading Blue and Gold, Booster Gold, and Blue Beetle. And I'm also reading Nightwing. But the two that I picked up this week that I've been reading are Superman, Son of Kal-El. So John Kent has aged up. He's Superman now. Clark Kent, Superman, has said, or Father Superman has said, I'm going to be off planet for a while doing some important stuff, and you're going to be Superman of Earth. We see his new secret identity for school in this issue. John Kent is concerned about humanity and changing things on a global level. He helps some refugees in a boat trying to escape some persecution. He keeps running into these authorities, whether it's the military or whether it's the police or whether it's the agencies, for immigration. But he's running into these authorities and he's not seeing quite eye to eye with them. They don't see the bigger picture that he sees about helping these people. Really great stuff. And we're also exposed to a villain in the very last page. And also a newer vigilante. So we'll see how that works out and who those two key players are. But this is Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 2. Really been enjoying this. Not quite sure about this In-Hyuk Lee cover. I'm not sure I really like that. The styling is just a little odd, but it's In-Hyuk Lee, and that's kind of synonymous with his artwork. Everyone has been reading this. Everyone's been talking about this. This is a great book. I think CBSI said they really like this storyline. CBJ Podcast said they really like this. I agree. I've been loving it. I've been reading it. Theology Geek on IG. We've been talking about this one as well. And this is Robin number 5. So one thing I loved about issue 4 was it teased that all the Robins, including Spoiler, which was a Robin at one point, were going to be in this issue. The death tournament has not started yet. And in this issue, we see all the Robins interacting. And then we also see the start of the death tournament. So this is a really great issue. Love this thing, man. This is great. Also, Silver Age Dave really spec'd hard on this title, and he bought like boxes of issue number 1. So really great read. If you're not reading this, it's a fun one. Another book that I've been reading and kind of going back and checking out is Teen Titans, Jeff Johns, early 2000s. I pounded through 6 issues last night, and it's been so fun, super great, and just reminds me of pre-New 52, Teen Titans, Connor Kent, Tim Drake as Robin, Impulse as new Kid Flash, Cassie Sandsmark as Wonder Girl, Beast Boy, Cyborg, Starfire. It's been such a blast. I've been reading through that again, and I've been loving it. So if you want a fun read, retro read, that's a good one to start back on. And it kind of leads into Infinite Crisis, which is one of my favorite all-time stories. So anyways, that's that. On to some of these vintage books. So my honey hole locally, I've gotten so many really great books from him. I got the $15 FF49. I got the Ghost Rider number 1, the Magazine Enterprises Ghost Rider, the Western Ghost Rider, lots and lots of great books. And I've also got several pulps from this guy. And he got a new shipment of pulps in and an old comic book that I had been eyeing for a long time. We made a deal on these books, and I think I spent $150 on all these things. So the first one up is this really great Wings. And this one is a Fiction House magazines. So you can see that. So Wings was also a comic book in the 1940s. This is probably 1948, which was when they did the parallel run with the Wings comic books. And there is an issue of this out there, which is the comic book iteration of this cover. Really, really beautiful stuff. So this is summer of 1948. Yeah, it's right there. Summer of 1948. So good guessing on my part, not even looking at it. And you can see some of the soldiers there in the background. You can see the good girl art with the red dress, and then you can see the awesome Army Air Corps plane there. Really, really great. She's strapped to a bomb. Crazy stuff Awesome. Love these old pulps. Love the Golden Age for the covers. And this one is beautiful. There's a signature down there, so if anyone recognizes who that artist is, it's really great. So love that. Then there is this one. It is Spider, and this one is from much earlier. Geez, this is probably, I want to say this is early 40s, if not late 30s. So this could be 30s. Let me see if it says. It's March. I can't remember if this is 1930s or what. I'll try to put maybe an annotation down here to let you guys know. But you've got the hooded figures, and you've got, boy, they're just ransacking, murdering, it looks like. I think there's a bullet coming out of that. They're shooting each other. And this guy might be the hero, Spider. I'm not as familiar. I just know this is a great, it's really got some good covers. And so I'm happy to own this. Spine is chewed up, but I just couldn't pass this one up. He had several more. He's got a lot more pulps, and I really am excited to go through them. But this pulp was my favorite one. This is probably in the best condition, too, out of all of them. This is Crack Detective from 1942. And I wish I would have put, notes and stuff in these bags and boards. But this is from 1942, November of 1942. And you've got this lady, like this blowtorch type thing. She's got the goggles on. She's got the dress, the necklace. I think that's cash in her hand. I think she's got cash in her hand. You've got this Luger, German Luger. And then he's a Nazi. So she's blowtorching this Nazi. That's hilarious. Not hilarious. It's pretty gruesome. It's pretty crazy. But what a great cover. So Crack Detective from November of 1942, I want to say. Got the Nazi. Got the lady blowtorching the guy. So really crazy. You got the Luger, you got cash in hand. It's insane. Maybe some sort of locomotive or machine in the background. Crazy stuff here. I don't think you can beat this, but it's in really good condition, honestly, for a pulp. A pulp in my collection, at least. It's got a lot of fold over, hangover. As you know, these pulps, I don't know what happened, whether the pages inside shrunk or they just didn't cut the pages right, but a lot of these things, Collecto6 tells me that a lot of these books are at risk of, restoration or trimming, because it's so easy to want to just cut that cover off right there. But really great subject matter. Love the World War II stuff, and this is super great. And last one that I got there was this Lois Lane number 106. This is the I Am Curious Black edition, where Lois Lane goes into this machine and she comes out as an African American black woman. And so really interesting, controversial issue. One issue on this one is this like tear right here. And I pointed that out to him. I was like, oh, there's a tear. And he's like, there's no tear. I was like, yeah, check out that right at Superman's boots right there. I was like, that's a tear. And so he's like, oh yeah, I guess it's not as good as I thought it was. So anyways, this was probably the most expensive thing that I bought out of that collection. I think he priced this at like 50 or 60 bucks. So really have always liked this, have owned it before, and glad to have it back in the collection. So Superman's Girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 106. Really neat, controversial, weird, strange story from the 70s. All right, so I was in a small town. You guys, not disclaimer, but pro tip. You guys are all pros too. I think we've got a really sophisticated community here. Pro tip, as you all know, don't stick to comic shops or antique malls to find your comic books or online. I go into baseball card shops. I go into record shops, and I walk in, and most of the time, 80% of the time, I'm like, hey, do you have comic books? And like, we're a baseball card shop. No. Or we're a record store. No. But I've had really good success finding that kind of stuff in those shops. So I found 2 great books. He gave me an excellent deal. I think it was $100. I can't remember. I apologize. I can't remember how much I paid, but this was the freebie. So he threw this one in there. This was the Avengers 2. It's all the Kang iterations, or at least some of the variants of Kang. You've got Kang the Conqueror, Immortus, and then I'm Clueless. So anyways, you've got some really good Alex Ross artwork there. Oh, and then there's Rama Tut in the background. I noticed that. So really, really cool stuff. Happy that this was a throw-in. He had a second issue, but I didn't want to be greedy and either buy it, because they were just dollar issues. They were dollar books, and so I left that one behind for someone else to find, because I know it's a hot book. And if I go back and it's there again, I'll pick it up. So this is Avengers 2, Earth's Mightiest Heroes by Mark Waid, and the cover is by Alex Ross. I was happy to have this as a giveaway, free book, and this one's probably about a $10 to $15 book at this point. And the book I was really excited to find, he had some older books and he had a nice pile, and he said he got these up in Minnesota when he's up there at a card show or at a flea market or something. And I was the first one to be able to look through these. I was really excited because there was a lot of Adam Strange books. And this is something that I've kind of wanted to get into. Collecto6 has a really nice collection of Adam Strange stuff, and he showed me over the years, and it's one of those things it's grown on me over the years. When you're talking to somebody about comics and just back and forth talking about every single day about comic books, stuff starts to like grow on you. And Adam Strange stuff had never been attractive to me beforehand, or I've never been, pining over it or going after it, but I always had a respect after Collecto6 showed me his really nice copies of Adam Strange, and so I knew I wanted to pick this up as soon as I saw it. This is Showcase number 17. It's the first appearance of Adam Strange, and this is about a 2.5 to 3.0. There's a really big old crunchy tear, or not, it's just a big color break. No, there is a tear on the bottom. That's probably how it got all crunchy like that, and all those color breaks. There's some honest, pretty beat up top edge right there. Corner's pretty beat up. There is a little bit of a spine split right here at the bottom, maybe a little bit less than a half of an inch. Both staples are intact, and the book just has some like color breaks where it's been bent or whatever. But I think this book was about $100, just over $100 maybe with taxes. I can't remember. Maybe it was like 120. I can't remember, but I knew it was way less than what this book retails for, or fair market value for this book in about a 3.0, 2.5 to 3.0. And so I'm very, very happy. Showcase number 17, the first appearance of Adam Strange. Really great sci-fi stuff. Very, very cool. And I'm happy to own this. I put it into a Golden Age Mylar because it was a little bit too big. Some of these older DCs, these early Silver Age DCs, are a little bit too big for the standard size Mylar, which is what I put most books in. Like this is a standard size Mylar. It was a little too big. It fit in there, but I was worried about, folding over or bending the edges, or putting pressure on the edges. So this is a really great book. First appearance of Adam Strange. It's pretty awesome. One of those characters that I think people are pretty passionate about. And if you're passionate about it, you go for it and you pay big money for it. So yeah, this is really awesome. Excited about this one. So this last book, I bought it from A1 Comics. I saw in a preview for one of their claim sales that they had this book. And I said, hey, I see a price sticker for $150. I was like, I'm really interested. Can I claim it now? Because I didn't know, I wasn't going to be able to dedicate a couple hours to watch their auction or their claim sale that night. And they marked it at a, they marked it at probably like a 3.0-ish grade, but this is Exciting Comics number 42. And this is from 1945, late 1945, December. And the thing about this book was I think they had to change the cover because it still has buy stamps and war bonds. And I think they had to change the cover from Collecto6 was telling me, lots of Collecto6 in this video, you guys, was talking to him a lot about these books. And in this one, he said, I think in some of his research, he said that they might have had to change the cover from probably a Nazi cover or Nazi or Japanese cover. Probably Japanese, I would say, just based on the fangs and stuff like that, how they characterized or caricaturized some of the Japanese characters in the 40s. And Alex Schomburg especially did those. But this is a really great Black Terror cover with Tim Rollins there, completely getting missed by all those arrows. There was 6 shots at him, and they missed them all. And Black Terror punching out one of these medieval ghouls, which was probably supposed to be a Japanese soldier at one point. But this is from 1945, December, so the war had been over in September, I think. And so this would have been potentially drawn before then, and they had to switch it up to a different type of characters. So you can see the signature up there. Got it for $150, and there's a little bit of a crease there. Maybe a small tear to the hood. And other than that, this is a really nice solid book. So I was happy to pay $150 for Golden Age Black Terror, I think that's a good deal. So, especially war years, 1945, I would pay that for that. And as Golden Age is starting to climb a little bit more in popularity and people are starting to go after it more, I'm picking up everything I can right now, Golden Age, because I know that it's so much more rare. There's probably like 100 to 200 known copies of this book compared to a book in the Silver Age, which are beautiful and great, and I love those books, but there are thousands upon thousands of those books, and everybody has them. Have you ever seen this cover before? Probably, maybe you have, but maybe not. There's a good chance that you've never seen one even in person, but really, really cool stuff. That's kind of my mentality these days, is I really, these things get me so excited because I love the artwork, I love the history, and it's just one of those things where it's like not everybody has it. So kind of makes me excited about it. Oh, there's another rip right there, right by Tim. But that's about it. Pretty good. I'm calling it like a 3.0 to 4.0. So this is a very cool comic. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. The next couple of videos, I really want to get more books out to be pressed and cleaned by either Midwest Scotsman or He's Got Freaking Issues. Those are my two pressers that I really love and appreciate. I've had Erod 212 press a book for me, and he did fantastic as well. So we've got really great pressers in the community, and I really want to get some books sent out. So because I had an amazing time. Thank you all so much for the support on that last video, the CGC unboxing. And also, you guys, I just realized last week I had my 5-year anniversary on YouTube. I made my first video on YouTube September 6th, 5 years ago. And so it's been such an awesome time. Have really enjoyed it, have grown the channel, hopefully through honest means, by showing books that I love. Hopefully that has been something that you guys have enjoyed. And thank you so much for all the support over the years. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscription button, hit that bell to be notified, hit that thumbs up. Really do appreciate that stuff. And also appreciate and love having conversations in the comment section. So comment down below what you thought about this haul, or just comment comics in general. Who knows? Hopefully you all are doing well. And with that, talk to you later. See you, bye.